Okay, so here's part B in the measurement or word problem question. This is the last question for our week 4 D2 work. So in this case, it's got a diagram here. It says a park has a field and a playground with the measurements that are shown. We want to find an expression for the total area of the park. So the first thing to remember is that if we have these rectangular shapes, we know area is length times width. So we want to find an expression for area multiplying together the length times the width. So I have two sections. I have a playground section up here that has a length and a width. And then I have a field section down here that has a length and a width. So if I want to find an expression for the total area, you may look at this separately. If it helps you to kind of see it like this, my playground, I would have 7 times 3x plus 4. Remembering that those brackets mean multiplication, and we would just show that we're multiplying the 7 times the 3x plus 4. If we have multiple terms, we need to hold them all together with that bracket. And then the field would have a length of 12 times a width of x plus 1. So that's the area of each piece. And we want the expression for the total area of the park. So whenever we want the total of something, that means adding these together. So I'm going to say that A equals, for the total area, the area of the playground plus the area of the field. And again, I think you guys see that that this looks really similar to the questions in the earlier part. And I just noticed that I copied that down wrong. That's 3x minus 4 from my question. So I'm going to go through the same steps again. So 7 times 3x minus 4, distribute that 7 in. 7 times 3, they're both positive, so I get a positive answer. 7 times 3 is 21, and I have an x. The next step, 7 times negative 4. Positive and a negative is negative. 7 times 4 is 28. Now we're going to simplify a bit more. Distribute the 12 into the second bracket. So 12 times x, remember that's like a 1x. Positive 12, positive 1x is positive. 12 times 1, and keep the x with it. The last step, positive 12, positive 1 is positive. 12 times 1 is 12. So I've done the distributing. Now I have to collect my like terms. Remember, we're always looking for the terms with the x's first. So here I have 21 x's plus 12 x's. So adding those together, I have 21 x's from this part and 12 x's here. I've got 33x. Then you're going to look at the number parts. I have negative 28 minus 28 and then plus 12. So again, super careful with your calculators here. Make sure you're using your negative sign button. Negative 28 plus 12, we should get negative 16. So that's the first part. My area of the park, an expression is 33x minus 16. Okay, so from here, we want to figure out the second part. It says if the area of the park is 116 meters squared, find the value of x. So if this expression is 116, we want to solve for x. That goes back to what we did last week with all the solving equations. So it tells us A equals 116, and we know that this is my area. So 33x minus 16 equals 116. This looks like an equation that we know how to solve. So I've got my area equaling to 116. Opposite operations, just like last week. I'm going to undo addition or subtraction by adding 16 on both sides. A little bit bigger numbers than we're used to, but that's okay. So I get 33x equals 116 plus 16 more is 132. Now 33x equals 132. This is multiply. We undo our multiply with division. Divide by 33 on both sides, and I get x equals 132 divided by 33 is 4. Don't forget, in a word problem, we need to write a sentence for our answer. So I'll write therefore, slide this over so you guys can see. Therefore, the value of x is 4 meters if the area is 116 meters squared. And that's it.